When you're running a family business or, any restaurant, doesn't matter whether it is a small family or whether you have a big conglomerate, sometimes they're not aware of what is actually going on the outside and you need to be aware of everything. The industry is very, very changeable and volatile, and you have to be aware of all aspects all the time.
The biggest challenge in our industry today is definitely skill shortage. There's a huge amount of skill shortage at the moment, hence a lot of people being employed from immigration.
Being a very small business, and especially a restaurant, I think budgets are very small for all the different bits and pieces that you need to be able to make it run.
Staffing, government regulation, red tape, that sort of thing, all the hoops they make you jump through. Penalty rates are a big one.
We have a lot of, obviously being French and European cuisine, we have quite a lot of French and European waiters and kitchen chefs that come and want to work with us. And they're great, and you just start to train them up, they fit right into the team, and after 6 months they have to leave.
Running the business today is expensive. Overheads outstripping the profit. Cost of labour, especially weekends and public holidays, is quite high.
So it's very important that the industry stays together. The more that we all support one another, I think the greater the industry will be, because it's an industry where we do need to support one another. It's quite volatile and it is a very difficult industry. The more that we're all supportive of one another, the more we are all made aware of what we can do to help and change and improve things for everybody, will make things a lot better for everybody. And it's not just for us as business owners, I think it'll be reflected through in our clients and our staff.
We do need to have a voice, and a strong voice. And we have an association staff that are actively engaged with the different layers of government, putting forward what our industry needs.
The Australian restaurant industry is now right out in front in terms of our development as a nation. We are now the biggest employing sector across the Australian economy, and that brings with it a whole lot of responsibilities. On behalf of our members, we represent our members as their human resource department, as their marketing department, as their corporate affairs department, to make sure that those businesses are prepared for the future. We know that we need an extra 123,000 people by the time we get to 2020, and that means a lot of skills development, a lot of training, a lot of additional resource that needs to go into our industry to place us well for the future. That means making our businesses sustainable. It means taking the growth that we've gone through and building that growth into something that's meaningful for our businesses, for our workforce, and making sure that we're able to have a sustainable industry into the future. We know that our economy has transitioned from mining boom to dining boom, and that brings with it a whole host of jobs, a whole host of new businesses, and a whole host of responsibilities in terms of what the association needs to do for our members. And we're there to advocate on their behalf, to make sure that we're representing them in front of government so that they can be sustainable into the future and capitalise on that awesome growth that the industry's gone through over the last 10 years.